If we connect an input tag and a p tag to the same property, data will travel from the input box to the p tag unchanged. We send an apple, we will get an apple in the p tag. If we send an orange, we get an orange. What if we send an orange to the input tag but want to get a glass of orange juice in the p tag? In this case, we need a juicer. So, where should we put the juicer? Filters or computed? In terms of functionality, filter and computed overlap a little bit. Sometimes you will find the same operation can be done using either filter or computed. The basic principle is only use filter for simple text formatting. All complicated data handling and calculation should be done using computed. We still use the input tag and p tag as an example. In data, we have two properties, message and title. Message is for the span tag and title is for the title attribute. Their values are both in small letters. Let's say we want to capitalize the message and title value when displaying them. Capitalizing letters is a simple text formatting. Therefore, we need filters, not computed. First, we name the filter capitalize. Then, we install it. Filter is usually installed in two locations, inside the double nested curly brackets and inside v-bind directive. Installing a filter is very simple, a vertical line and filter name. Now, the installation is done. We will get two error reports. This is because we have installed two undefined filters. To define a filter, we need to add a new property behind the data property. The new property is called filter. Defining a filter is just like defining a method. We use filter name as property name. Filter value is an anonymous function. This anonymous function needs an argument to represent the value to be filtered. We name it v here. Inside the anonymous function, we put the keyword return. The value we return here will be the filtered value. The input box will still send value to data. The p tag and the title attribute will still retrieve their value from data. But before the retrieved value is being displayed, it will go through the filter first. For example, we return a string here. Then run the program. We can see the filter has worked. Capitalizing letters requires the JavaScript method to uppercase. Run the program. We can see both the title and message have been capitalized. What if we want to reverse letter order in the p tag? Compared with capitalizing letters, reversing letter order is a more complicated job. Therefore, we should choose computed over filters. So, how to use computed? First, we add the computed property behind the data property. Inside computed, we create a new property in it, computed message. The value assigned to the computed message is an anonymous function. The juicer is located inside the anonymous function. Orange juice is made here. Then we go to the p tag and switch message into computed message. Now, the input tag and p tag are no longer connected. Input box will send orange to data. p tag will retrieve the orange juice from computed. Do you still remember the proxy feature we mentioned before? The keyword this, THIS, is the bridge linking data and computed. The orange can therefore reach the juicer. In total, we have three connections here. Input box sends orange to data, computed retrieves orange from data and makes it into orange juice. P tag retrieves orange juice from computed and displays it to us. Take a photo of this screen and review it constantly. About computed, there are three things you must remember. Both data and computed can serve as a data source. For example, the p tag can get its value from data as well as computed. In the same VUE instance, data and computed can never share the same property name. In other words, the same property can only be defined once, either in data or in computed. The value used in computed must be an anonymous function. No wiggle room here. You cannot assign any direct value to any properties in computed. Even if you just want to assign a simple value like 123, you must return 123 in an anonymous function. Take a photo of the screen. Make sure you memorize it. Now, let's try computed. Next to the data property, we have the computed property. Do you remember data and computed should never share the same property name? If I copy the message property into computed, we can see the program stopped working right away. Turn on the console table. We can find an error report. We prefix the message property with computed. Everything seems fine now. Turn on the console table. There is no error report there either. But no error report does not mean there is no error. We can see the p tag is empty at this moment. The value we set in computed has not been sent to the p tag. Therefore, always remember that property value used in computed should always be an anonymous function. Inside the anonymous function, we return a string. Run the program. We can see now the p tag has successfully gotten its content from computed. From inside computed, we can access properties defined in data using the keyword this, THIS. We retrieve the user submitted data from data and reverse it using JavaScript methods split, reverse, and join. Then, we return the reversed value. Run the program. We can see that whatever we type in the input box, it will be reversed in the p tag. Take a look at this example. We have two input boxes, first name and family name. We also have a p tag. The p tag is for displaying the full name. We input a first name and a family name. The full name will be generated automatically and displayed in the p tag. This is rather simple to achieve. The first two input tags will send first name and family name to data. Computed retrieves first name and family name using the keyword this and creates a full name. Then the full name will be sent to the p tag. At this moment, data can travel from the first two input boxes to the p tag. Then we delete the p tag and add an input tag. In the third input tag, we add the v model directive and set its value to the full name. Run the program. Everything is still fine. Data can still travel from the first two input boxes to the third one, but if we type new value into the third input box, nothing will happen to the first two input boxes. This means data cannot travel upwards at this moment. To open the upward route, we need to switch the full name's value from anonymous function to a JSON object. Inside the JSON object, there are two properties, get and set. Both their values are anonymous functions. Get is for creating value for the current property, and set is for setting values for other properties. In short, get things for yourself and set things for others. In get, we return the full name. Run the program. We can see the downward route is now open again. In set, we first give the anonymous function an argument. We name this argument v. v represents the value displayed in the full name input box. We split the full name at the white space using the JavaScript method, split. The split method will return to us an array. So we receive the array using a variable. The first array element is the first name. We assign it to the first name property. The last array element is the family name. We assign it to the family name property. Run the program. We can see now data can travel upwards. The set and get has allowed a two-way communication between data and computed. Computed can retrieve value from data as well as change value in data. This has opened a door of great potential.